Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday, or as I like to call it around here, Wellness Wednesday. Thanks for joining me for a quick to do of how to write an annual review that will knock their socks off. So, first, hello, I'm Yvonne Lee-Hawkins, holistic practitioner and wellness coach, and founder of Burnout Proof Coaching, where I love to help professionals advance in their career without burning out. And if you're already in burnout, I help you get out of it and make sure you don't get back into it. But yeah, so thanks for joining me. And we are officially in Q4. So if you have not received the email from HR yet, I'm sure it's on the way, reminding you it is Q4 and to get ready for writing those annual reviews. So if you're a manager and you have lots of people to write reviews for, make sure you book some time for that. Or even if you're an individual contributor, you usually have to write your own self-review, which actually I always found to be the most torturous part. But over the years, I found some helpful hints, and I had some mentors show me some things along the way that actually made it easy. And it just takes 15 minutes a week. And so I'm going to go over that with you right now. So what I put in place many years ago, I call it a weekly review, and I would schedule it either Friday morning to mid-afternoon. You never want to schedule the 15 minutes at the end of the day Friday, because I found when I did that, I would want to just get out of the office and go home. So I would then not do it. So schedule it on a Friday morning maybe, or you could schedule it on a Monday, but do it before all the craziness starts. And what I would do is I would take inventory of my week. I'd look at my calendar. What are the meetings I had this week? Who did I meet with? What problems did I solve? And then I would write down my top 5 accomplishments. What are the 1 to 5 things that I moved the needle on? Either things that were accomplishments or things that I overcame or things that, that made progress on whatever I was working on. Next, I wrote, what is one thing that I need help on? So that, it would make it clear in my mind, this is something that I am currently working on, but I need some support. And that support could come from either my manager, my leader, or a colleague, or sometimes I wouldn't even know where I needed the support from, but just knowing that I needed to follow up and ask for help. Next, I would write, what will I be focusing on next? And so I created a little cheat sheet that I will share with everyone after this live is complete. I'll share it in the comments. And so let me walk you through that real quick. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. So again, this is my weekly review. Top accomplishments, 1 to 5 things that I moved the needle on. 1 thing that I need help or support on, so that it would be clear in my mind. What I'll be focused on next week. And then I always included, this was more of either a conversation with my manager or with peers or business partners or anybody that I was working with. This would be a weekly reminder to ask people for feedback, because the worst thing to do is ask people for feedback at the annual review. If you haven't received feedback up to that point, it's going to be too late to change anything. So asking people for feedback weekly is a really good practice. And what I would ask somebody would be, do you have any feedback for me? Do you have any suggestions of where I can improve, or any recommendations on where I can make changes or, change to my strategy or my focus? And I wouldn't ask every single week, but this was a really good reminder that I needed to ask for feedback. So first I would do that inventory, going through my calendar and looking at, what did I accomplish this week? Then I would write down all the things, what I called my did it list, progress that happened throughout the week, things that I was able to accomplish, any feedback or emails or kudos that I got during that week would go on this list. Another tip that I received from someone many years ago is put a folder on your desktop. I call mine the folder of awesomeness. anytime you get an email, somebody recognizing your work, any awards that you won, accomplishments that you got, or good feedback that you received, put it in that folder of awesomeness, because we have such a habit of moving on to the next thing and not celebrating, our accomplishments or what we've done, that come end of year, come Q4, we don't remember what we did. And so I don't want you to get stuck there. So by planting this stuff throughout the year, every single week, it actually makes it that much easier. So then once you have this list, now this can be a template just like I have here, or it can just be a, one long Word document. I've done that as well, whether it's a Google Doc or just a Word document on your folder, on your computer, where you write these things down. But you keep that running tab going all year long, and then come annual review time, all you have to do is kind of pull that stuff over and format it. So super easy, only takes 15 minutes a week. Again, either on a Friday or a Monday while it's still fresh in your mind. And then you can take all that data, all that information, and transcribe it into an awesome, kick-ass annual review. So that was my wellness tip for today. I know it's more about work than it is about wellness, but there's nothing worse than spending the last couple weeks of the year between Christmas and New Year's writing annual reviews and going, oh my God, I can't remember what I did. What did I do in January? What did I do in February? What did we do in Q2? So just by having this weekly practice and doing it consistently, makes it so much easier. When I have done this consistently, it's taken me like 30 minutes to write my annual review. And if you're a manager, you can do similar things with your direct reports. So I used to keep a OneNote, a tab for each employee that reported to me. And throughout the week in our one-on-ones, I would just put bullet points of their accomplishments, any feedback I gave them, any feedback they received, kudos, things like that. And that way, by the end of the year, or even by mid-year, I would have lots and lots of data with dates, with exact details of what they did, how they've improved, and then I was able to write them a really good review. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. I just wanted to spend a few minutes on this Wellness Wednesday tip to get you prepared for annual review time. So hopefully this year, you won't be spending many, many days at the end of December writing all those reviews. So be well, and let me know if this was helpful to you.